Welcome to FXStreet. If you like what we're talking about, you like the content we're producing, head on over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. You can follow Akash and I individually, myself at Just Analysis 1 and Akash at Mangyeko 0. Taking a look here at Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a beautiful weekly close last week. It was a little touch and go there because if Bitcoin would have closed below the weekly cloud, that would have initiated what's known as an ideal bearish Ichimoku breakout, and the conditions are really perfect for that to occur. But that would have been the first time that had been fulfilled. That's like the best long-term short entry setup in the Ichimoku system. The last time that showed up was back in March 13th of 2020, but that really wasn't a good one because of how far down it went below the cloud, and that really didn't represent a great example of that. So excluding that or including that, the last time that there was an ideal bearish Ichimoku breakout from normal kind of trading conditions, that was back in June of 2018. So that was the last time that was there. And does that mean it's been avoided? No, but I would say that it is very likely that the bottom has been established. The candlestick itself is a very bullish reversal candlestick. The volume was very intense during the week. The optics bands are very oversold. Composite index is, regular bullish divergence in there. The 40 level still holding in a bull market. Lots of reasons to be bullish there. We looked at a trade idea from back on... when was this? Last week? I think maybe. Yes. With an entry at 35K, a stop loss down at 33, and a profit target up at 42. That is currently active and running and working nicely. In fact, there's another entry that just triggered at the 39,500 level. Breakout above a triple top or an ascending triangle. That's a very nice setup there on the $500 point figure chart. Still looking, there is some potential on the short side too. If it does come back down to 35K, that would be a nice entry on the short side with the stop at 38. And the target would go down all the way to the 20K level. Now, likely not to get all the way down there, but that should give you an idea of the range. Likely get halted somewhere around that 23K level, but again, I really don't see a ton of downside risk here at all. This was just a nice little pullback that we've had from all-time highs. 50% retracement for Bitcoin is pretty normal. I mean, you go back and look at retrace. I mean, 50% is actually a little bit more than the standard 30 to 40%, but still, it's within that range. It's definitely at the level and in a condition where we could see it really explode higher here. So yeah, it's near term resistance is definitely going to be in that 42 to 40K range though. You have the 618 fib retracement, you've got the top of the cloud, the 2022 volume point of control, the Tenkan-sen, between 42 and 43K, there's a pretty good chunk of resistance. But the downside risks here are you just don't want a weekly close at 37,000 or under. Any weekly close at 37K or less is a recipe for disaster. That will trigger an ideal bearish Ichimoku breakout that could see a pretty swift collapse. So that's something to monitor. But that's all I've got, Akash. I'll pass it off to you.
Thank you, John. So for Bitcoin and Ethereum are kind of in the same boat because both of these have the bearish breaker structure, which is a high followed by a higher high leading to a market structure break, which is then followed by a breach of the set demand zone, flipping it into a breaker. So for Bitcoin, so if you don't understand this, you can just watch the Ethereum video, but let me just briefly explain it. So a bearish breaker setup contains a higher high, creating this illusion of an uptrend. But what happens after creating the second high is that price slides lower and below this demand zone, which is the trigger, which is what flips this demand zone into a breaker. So after this breaker is formed, anytime the price goes and retests the said breaker, there is a violent rejection leading to more downswing. So that's what I expect on Bitcoin. That's what I expect to happen for Ethereum as well. Ethereum is already retesting the lower limit of this breaker. For XR for Bitcoin, this breaker extends from $40,794 to $44,387, right? And there's still a good amount of gap present between where the price is at right now and the breaker's lower limit, which is 40,000. So I'm expecting the rally for a lot of altcoins to continue, although it's going to be ephemeral. So once we get a retest of the 40,794 level here, I'm expecting a rejection down again to this weekly support level here at 34,752. But eventually, I expect and I believe Bitcoin is going to retest the weekly support level here at 29,100 and collect the liquidity resting below that. Right. So this is the ultimate scenario where the price will form a base, and this downswing is going to end. Hopefully, this could be the start of a new uptrend to probably triple-digit BTC. So yeah, that's my take on Bitcoin. I don't see anything different here from an origin perspective, or nothing that particularly stands out. So yeah, that's my take, John.
Thank you, Akash, and thank you everyone for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.